Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan.
Drip. Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go. No, the meme, some people are asking about the empty game box meme. If you can believe it, this empty game box meme originated over a decade ago. All right, when my haters first started to become prominent with things like this is how you don't play, and they wanted to turn every positive that I did into a negative. Back in the day, when I had lots of money, this is before I ever moved out of Connecticut, I had a lot of money from the ad revenue I made on YouTube. I called it the Hardcore Gaming Season Giveaway. So every week for 3 to 4 months at the end of the year, during the busiest gaming season of the year, I would do a giveaway. And sometimes it would be an actual game. Sometimes it would be a piece of merch. It was just various things from the games that I would purchase and do over the course of the holiday season. So I remember one year, I want to say it was a Deus Ex game. Like, it was probably like Deus Ex Human Revolution, right? And I had bought the collector's edition of the game, and it had all this collector's edition content. It had like a book with art. It had like a soundtrack CD. It had like all the extra shit. But the game itself I was playing, and then eventually I traded the game in at GameStop because you get the bonus trading credit to get more games. So I didn't have the game anymore. But I still had all the collector's edition content. And what happened was, I would have, back then I actually had like my own website and my own forums. That's all a thing of the past now. But people would go to my website and post up in the forums, oh, I want this, I'm interested in it. And we would get hundreds, sometimes thousands of posts of people who were interested in getting these things. So people would post up, and then I would use a random number generator to pick a random post. I would pick a winner, and then I would contact that person behind the scenes and say, hey, congrats, you won. So you're going to get what I offered this week for the giveaway. Give me your mailing address and let me know if you want to autograph anything. If you want me to autograph anything, excuse me. So I remember one of the times was all the collector's edition content of like Deus Ex. And that was it. Just the collector's edition content. I didn't have the game anymore, but I had all the other content. So no exaggeration. Hundreds to thousands of people posted up to get it. Someone won. And they said, yeah, autograph it. Autograph the box and everything. So I did. I autographed the box. I packaged it up. I mailed it to them, which cost a lot of money to do that. I mailed it to them, and that was it. And the meme became, oh, you see, darksydephil gives out empty boxes to his fans. Those are his giveaways. Despite the fact that I gave away dozens of games, the fact that I gave away a PS4 at launch. I had an extra PS4 that I had bought, and I had nothing to do with it, and I gave it away to a fan at launch. But the meme is, Phil gives away empty boxes. And that's all anyone remembers, because that's all people, you know, remember, is that me giving away one empty box, even though I gave away likely thousands of dollars of things over the years. They don't want to hear that. Just like they don't want to hear that darksydephil was good at old Street Fighter and placed and won tournaments. That doesn't count. That's not true. It is true, but the meme is I'm bad at games, so you can't ever believe that I was actually a good Street Fighter player. This goes hand in hand with these toxic culture on the internet of erasing the positive past and only talking about this one small negative thing that you think is the truth when it's not. But because so many people mass repeat it, it becomes a cultish mentality, and they actually fabricate it into reality as what happened when it's not true. It's sad, but that's how it's been with me for the last 10 to 15 years. Erase anything good that ever happened and only focus on negative things, and that's supposed to be the legacy of me. Bullshit. I'm still here every day to tell you all that bullshit and call it out. So that's the truth about the empty box, you know? Yeah, you'd be surprised shipping stuff around the world, because I opened it up worldwide. I said anyone around the world can enter my giveaways, and there were times when it would be like, for example, that Deus Ex Collector's Edition content. Just to put that in a mailer and ship it internationally would cost like $40. It's like the cost of the game. And the game's not even in there. I'm spending $40 to ship you collector's edition content with my autograph on it. It was expensive. You know, again, I had a lot of money back then. So I gave it a lot of stuff away. I was happy to do that when I could do that back in the day. Things have been different for the last decade, right? I just find it funny because when this all started, at the very beginning of me being a YouTuber, people actually accused me of being a cult leader. There was actually detractor channels, like one was called DSP Cult Leader. And the actual channel was like, oh, don't you see that Phil is trying to brainwash your children into watching his content? And he's trying to bring them down the path of debauchery. that if your kids watch DSP's content, they're going to become these crazy, like deviants because they're watching DSP. I swear this was real, okay? Now, here we are today in the present day, and actually take a look at the amount of cultish haters there are out there. Literally, they're the ones who've been brainwashed. It's not me who brainwashed people to like my content. People have literally been brainwashed to hate me in my content. It's the complete polar opposite is what's actually come to fruition over the last 15 years. Pretty crazy to think. I would love someone to analyze that. Someone go out there and actually do a documentary about that. Analyze the hate against me in the last 15 years and how it went from me being the cult leader to literally a cult of people hating me. I would love to see that fleshed out in like a 2-hour documentary, analyzing these fucking people over the years who've done it and actually figuring out who they are, what they have to gain by doing it, and how fucking nuts they are. That would be way more fascinating than any of these fucking hour and a half, 2-hour documentaries that just literally goes over the same detractor nonsense about me. I would love to see the other side of it. I think that would be the most fascinating thing you could see on the internet. There you go. Okay. I think it's time to end the show.
I got the drip going. 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 I got the drip going.
It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.